So we're talking about
the
Souk.
scale,
Because we're talking about Souk, we're talking about Kareem, we're talking about Tabi, etc. And these are
but there you go. I mean, if I want to have a new startup and I want to have that status of a rocket ship that would be able to grow exponentially and find the market, then I have these 3 markets, and because others have done it. And those markets are so progressive in the way they support entrepreneurship and startups and so on and so forth, and the policies and the governance around how can I accept and accelerate is there, then I do have that.
You do have that, but relative to China or the US, there's a lot more friction. There's significant amount of friction there. And these entrepreneurs are very resourceful, they'll do it. But if you take this entrepreneur and you transport her or him into a market like China and the US, same business, same traction, they will achieve much more success in those markets than they would over here, simply because they have less of that friction. So their resources and their mind.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree, but it can be debatable. I mean, the point is, if one can do it, then that can be multiplied. I mean, yes, friction, and I love
it's becoming easier, by the way.
Exactly, and I love the way it's not limiter, it's friction. That means it's just slower, it needs more energy, it needs more effort, it needs more motivation, because if you're not that motivated person, you can be discouraged quickly and so on and so forth. So I love the way you're framing it. So I mean, capital, we discussed, market, we discussed. Let's end with talent.
Yes. Which is, by the way, the number one. It's the biggest out of the 3.
And you and I agreed from the beginning, and multiple times we touched on this, that there is no difference. If anything, probably here is far more let's say ubiquitous, the talent, and because it's not just the talent within, it's the talent attracted from without. And the other day, I think last month, Sheikh Hamdan have posted that we're the 3rd most, let's say, attractive city in the world when it comes to high caliber talent. So we have no shortage of talent, let's put it that way. And even if we do, it's easier to bring people from abroad with the golden visa and the facilitation and so on and so forth. I mean, where else in the world can an expatriate community have the same rights when it comes to business and dealings as a citizen, right? So let's put the government and everything aside. I want to touch on the corporate culture, because you mentioned something about when startups have a certain number of individuals, then it's easily managed.